What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 22 of The Race, here with Kingston Sprint, and today, it's the North American Champions League semi-final second leg. We need a miracle, we need a comeback today. Since the last episode, which was not really a great episode as far as results go, we of course lost 3-1 against Seattle. We then lost 4-1 against Chicago. Today, we have Seattle once more. You can see since those two games, we actually took on Montreal Impact with a fairly heavily rotated squad, and we won 4-0. You can see Drew Goldsmith grabbing a brace. Give this guy a round of applause. 21 years old, drafted in this year. Good little performance by him in this game to get us a crucial point and finally a win on the board. Unfortunately, our next game against Houston did finish 0-0. It is worth noting this game completely rotated the side. This game, coming 3 days later against Seattle, I wanted to make sure our main players were in tip-top condition. And well, for the most part, they are going into today's game where, of course, we need a comeback. And well, after that 3-1 defeat, we're going to be looking to make amends here. I do want to check quickly, and I should have done this before we started. Is away goals a factor? I assume it is. It is in most places. In fact, it doesn't even look like it says here. I'm 99.999% sure away goals are a thing here. So we're going to go out there and try and score. We need to. And, well, a spot in the North American Champions League final is on the line. Looking at the league table, obviously a win and a draw since you were last here, that still doesn't really help us out in terms of our season. Granted, we have only played 5 games so far, whereas there are a fair few teams ahead of us who have played as many as 8 games. So, if we could get 9 points from our remaining games, we'd be as high as Montreal Impact right now. That's where we're trying to aim to be. Of course, Seattle, you can see here, they are going very, very strong. Unbeaten in the league. They are going to be stiff opposition for us today. If we just look at their schedule, you can see they played on the Sunday as well. And, well, looking at their squad, there's a fair few tired players, and I'm hoping we might be able to capitalise on that a little bit. But we will see how we get on today, and you'll see we have a new system that we're going to be trying here. Now, this is something that is a little bit of a development of something that I was tweeting about. So if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen that I started a Norwich save for a little bit of fun a few weekends ago. And it was a good little bit of fun. I was trying to get a strikerless system working. And, well, this system that we're going to try today is kind of a little bit of an evolution of that. So this is going to be an interesting test for us. It's a relatively unproven tactic. I tested a similar system that actually had this kind of player here, the striker, playing as a centre attacking mid. And it worked very well at championship level with one save with Norwich, who of course have a fairly good side for in the championship. But the question is, can it adapt and can it work for us here today? And I feel like after the result we had against Seattle previously, there is literally no harm in trying a system out like this because ultimately our players kind of fit this system and it worked really well for me before. And well, let's be honest, the experiment that was the 4-2-4, the 4-2-2-2, whatever you want to call the system we've tried this year, it's not worked. Fundamentally, it hasn't worked. We've not played well with it. This is the system I've used for the last 2 games. The players have performed relatively well with it. And I'm hoping that today we're going to see, a further improvement, I guess, and really what this system is capable of. In goal, of course, we do have Andre Blake. In the centre-back positions, we are without Fabian McCarthy for today's game. As a result, Jordan Clark is going to be playing centre-back for us. Of course, a player we brought in to play kind of right-back most of the time, but he is pretty good with the ball at his feet. 12 passing, 10 vision, and he is going to need a little bit of that because he is going to be playing as a ball-playing defender, as is Aparo, who does have 10 passing and 8 vision. It's not ideal, but I think we can make it work. First touch isn't that bad really for this level. Again, a similar story with Clark as well. At left back, we of course go with Kamar Lawrence. A right back with kind of Clark coming into the centre back position. It does mean O'Neill Fisher gets to start at right back. Of course, the Robona Maestro. It's what I'm always going to remember him for. Anyway, in a role that I don't think I've ever used really in a YouTube series before here on my channel, we're going to be trying out Anderson as the Regista. Yes, this is something that is going to be a bit of a test. I don't think we've used a Regista before in a YouTube series here on my channel. He's fairly well suited to it. I quite like the role. It works really nicely. Ahead of him, we are going to go with Ricardo Morris, who comes in for the injured Daniel Johnson. Worth noting, Danny Johnson here, out with a pulled hamstring. A big, big blow for us, really. But I'm hoping Ricardo Morris can kind of fill those big shoes that need to be filled in that left centre mid position. Alongside him, we are going to go with Kevin Hunt. Out on the left-hand side, we go with Peter Raymond, of course, the youngster we signed from Birmingham. I really like this guy as a left winger. Of course, he does have Jamaican heritage, so he could make some appearances for the national team one day. And, well, hopefully he can show us what he's made of out on the left-hand side. To the right-hand side, we are going to be playing with Mane. Again, playing him as an inside forward, despite the fact that he is right-footed. It's similar with Raymond, I believe. You can see Raymond left-footed, playing on the left despite being an inside forward. When I've kind of tested this system out, I'll be honest, the inside forwards this year in FM, and maybe this is just me, maybe you've experienced something different, let me know if you have. I don't feel like the footiness of inside forwards is actually having that bigger effect in the match engine. I'm kind of putting on my tinfoil hat here. I actually think that the players score roughly the same amount of games. I've certainly not noticed inside forwards kind of playing with their weaker foot on the outside of kind of where they're playing being a necessary disadvantage. Anyway, of course, up top we are going to go with Michy, going to be playing that complete forward role. It's a role that he can play, and what I really want to see from us today is him dropping in. Our inside forwards are going to get on ahead. You can see if we just look at the instructions, it's a fairly narrow system for the most part. We're looking to play out the defence, we're looking for the overlap. Players roaming from position, shorter passing. We're really looking to overload the centre of the pitch with our players. The inside forwards are going to sit narrower as well, and we're really looking at the kind of wide kind of fullbacks here you can see to kind of really make stuff happen out wide. We're looking for them to get crosses into the box, fewer risky passes, shoot less often. Looking at both our centre mid, you can see, get further forward, move into the channels. It's important that these guys really support the attack. And Anderson is going to be pulling kind of the strings from fairly deep. And, well, hopefully today it's going to work for us. Another thing actually worth noting is the fact that both of our inside forwards have sit narrower on. They'll also roam from position. That helps them get into the middle a little more frequently. And I really need them to do a job closing down more. We want to apply pressure to the opposition fullbacks, win the ball high up the field, and then capitalise. But anyway, Seattle, they're the favourites to win. You know, they had a very good first leg. We were the team away from home. You'd think a good defensive performance for us is going to be kind of critical today. You may have noticed there, Seattle playing a 4-1-4-1. They are coming into this game away from home playing very defensively. Of course, they are a team top of the kind of MLS dogpile as things stand at this very early point in the season. But I think their players are going to be a little bit tired. If we just look here, you can see, yeah, a lot of players around the 80% condition. Our players, on the other hand, because I rotated our side for the last league game, they're a little bit fitter, and I'm hoping that that is going to be something that we can maybe capitalise on as this game progresses. Anyway, Jermaine Anderson picking up an early booking, a little bit concerning that, but hopefully it's not going to be too kind of bigger a factor in this game. As you can see, Philippe here, Fernandez blazes it wide. The first real chance this game falls the way of Seattle. Ultimately, it's squandered. It should have been a lot better there, really. And the opportunity demanded a better finish, and that finish did not come. And well, after half an hour, you can see Seattle having more of the ball, but we have dominated the chances created. We just need to try and get a goal, and well, a goal before half-time would be nice. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. We need 2 goals in this second half. A 2-0 win would be enough due to away goals. We've looked fairly solid defensively with that, I guess, the exception of the one clear-cut chance we conceded. That was a bit of a warning. And, well, I'm trying to work out what Raymond did there when he kicked the ball out of play. If anyone knows, please do let me know. I'm suspecting match fixing. Maybe had a bet on a throw-in happening in the middle of the pitch, you know, in the first 2 minutes of the second half. But, well, we need to make something happen here. The ball whipped in. Clark wins the header. Lawrence, the rebound cleared away. We need to go more attacking here. The time is just really not on our side, unfortunately. And I feel like the best option here is to throw men forward. It's to try and make something happen in the final third. And, well, we've got a little bit of a desperate time here. I'm going to bring in Andre Clennon to play as an attacking midfielder. I feel like this is kind of the system we have to go with at this point. We need to push more men forward. We need 2 goals. There's 20 minutes left. This game has just passed us by. And we need to try and make something happen. We have a set piece here. Raymond going to whip it in. Cleared away by Alonso. Only as far as Ricardo Morris. Can he make something happen? Back to O'Neill Fisher. And, well, that was a really disappointing highlight. But, well, 17 minutes left in this game. We're on the attack. Clark, Kamal Lawrence, Raymond, Lawrence, back-to-back Michy, and he scores. We need another goal, though. We need another goal. And this is assuming that away goals are a thing. There is 17 minutes left in this game. We've been dominant in this game. You'd have to say, statistically, we've been in complete control. You can see lovely build-up play here. The ball slotted away. Worth noting, yes, we are using Atlanta United's kits. I've just noticed that issue has re-emerged since I had to reinstall Football Manager when my PC went bang last weekend. I will fix that one day, but today is not that day. We have 10 minutes left. Do I go on overload? Does overload make a difference? I don't know anymore. They have a chance here. We'd need to not concede here. A goal conceded here, it's probably game over. We'd need 2 goals in the remaining 9 minutes. Morris wins the ball, though, in a really good position. Raymond getting the ball forward to Mane. Lovely play here. Michy, the only man forward. Can Mane pick him out? Oh, he's gone greedy. and he's gone into the side netting. That is not what we needed in that situation. Time just ticking away. There's 2 minutes left in the game. There might be a chance here. I went to overload. I think it's too little too late. But we might have one last chance. Although you can see here, we just don't have very many men back at this point in time. Seattle just knocking the ball around. Can we win it off them? That's the big question. Seren to Felipe. We're applying pressure, but they're just finding a gap. Felipe, can he finish it? He can't. I think that was the highlight. Unfortunately for us, I feel like this is just going to finish 1-0. There's a minute left in this game. Can we make something happen? Kamal Lawrence up to Raymond. He wins it. Clennon. Mitchie. I mean, if there's a time, it's now. Mitchie to Mane. Can he turn his man? Can he get the ball into the mixer? He can't. He gets dispossessed. And the time, it just continues to fall away here. O'Neill Fisher to Clennon. Flicks it on. The keeper comes out. It's dealt with. I mean, it's just the time is just being eaten up by the ball going out of play here. And I think that's going to be that. We are going to crash out of the North American Champions League here in the semi-final. It's going to finish 1-0 in the second leg. We needed a big performance today. The big performance didn't come. I'm going to tell the players they were unlucky today. Ultimately, we dominated this game, but a poor defensive performance in the first leg has cost us, and it is Seattle who go moving on. And, well, as heartbreaking as that is, I have to praise the players for getting that far. To reach the semi-final is no mean feat. And, well, hopefully, you know, we can make a good run similar to this one once more next kind of season, or this season, really, because, of course, the North American Champions League is going to be coming around in just a few months' time. And, well, now it gives us a chance to shift our focus onto the league, where our start has been pretty poor. 1 win in our opening 5 games. Of course, we have drawn 3 games in that time, but that is little to no consolation. In terms of when we'll be back next time, I'm not entirely sure. New York City FC might be an interesting game. Let me know, guys. What games would you like to see? If there's one that stands out to you as one that we should live com, let me know. Let me know down in the comments, and there's a chance I may well do it. I will now say, guys, thank you for your support on this series. Apologies for the slowdown in uploads. Just in general, recently, it's been a little bit of a hectic time. PC getting kind of replaced, various things to sort out. But no, I am grateful for your guys' ongoing support on this series, and of course all the content here on my channel. But anyway, that is going to be all from me. Thank you for watching, as I already said. If you have enjoyed, do leave a like. The likes have been a little bit low on this series, but let's get them back up there. Let's hit, I don't know, I'm going to set the bar really low. Let's smash it. 100 likes. It's not a lot to ask for, but that is more than we've been getting as of late. Let me know that you are enjoying this series. As I said, let me know who I should take on next time. And yeah, that's going to be all from me. It is me, Jack. I am going to go and turn on a fan in my room because it is too hot in England. And I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.